So today is a day that a lot of Army have been expecting to happen soon. It's finally here now, and I think the healthiest thing we could do is to just talk about it.
You know BTS?
Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Landon and we are here again today for a little talk, a little combo, a little discussion. Today we're going to be talking about the BTS enlistment. Yes, it's officially been announced on Weverse that the boys will be enlisting in the Korean Army until 2025, but we do have a lot that we need to break down and talk about, and I do want to just kind of go over my feelings about it all. I think we should start with reading the announcement first, hearing what the boys have to say, because at the end of it all, we need to remember we need to only listen to the boys. Don't listen to the media, don't listen to any news source, don't listen to anything you read on Twitter. Everything that's official will officially be coming from the boys. So let's read this and we'll talk about it all. So I do want to start this off by saying that this is a positive thing. This is something that is in the culture of Korea, to serve your country with honor, and every young man goes through this that is a Korean citizen. So we knew it was going to happen, and I'm glad that Big Hit kind of, I guess, made us wait a little bit, but then didn't wait until the last second. The note that they wrote here goes, Big Hit Music is proud to announce today that the members of BTS are currently moving forward with plans to fulfill their military service. After the phenomenal concert to support Busan's bid for the World Expo 2030, and as each individual embarks on solo endeavors, it's the perfect time and the members of BTS are honored to serve. This is another thing too. I think that if something would have came up with some kind of exemption or some kind of way where the boys did not have to serve in the army, I don't live in Korea, so I'm not able to, truly express that, but I've read a lot of places and from a lot of first-hand accounts of people that do live in Korea saying that a lot of people wouldn't be happy with that. And I get that. Everybody has gone through the military process, and it's a symbol of honor for your country, and I think that BTS is going to be proud to serve. Though it may put a little hindrance in plans that we have now, they have now, this is something that they've known they'd had to do since they were little, And I think the way they're going about it is the best situation outcome possible. The letter continues, since the creation of BTS over 10 years ago, the brand has risen to international success, broken records, and catapulted K-pop into the global stratosphere. Very true. That's kind of what they were maybe using as leverage with an exemption and stuff like that too. BTS really has led the way, created the path of K-pop becoming a global phenomenon. Now, there have been many groups before BTS that have brought K-pop into the general public of the world, but nothing has done it quite like BTS. Big Hit Music is focused to the milestone moment when it would be possible to respect the needs of the country and for these healthy young men to serve with their countrymen, and that's now. Group member Jin will initiate the process as soon as the schedule for his solo release is concluded at the end of October. So close. He will then follow the enlistment procedure of the Korean government. Other members of the group plan to carry out their military service based on their own individual plans. Both the company and the members of BTS are looking forward to reconvening as a group again around 2025 following their service commitment. So they're also saying again around 2025. It's no telling, but we kind of knew this has been a thing. If you really sit down, take a step back from it all, and you look at the bigger picture, they've been leading us to this for a while, and I think that's why it's not hitting with such sadness, is because we knew that it was going to happen. Think about it like this. The new comeback was about to happen. They announced they're putting out an anthology album of all their greatest hits. That's sign number one. The song literally is called Yet to Come, saying they're excited for what's coming next, but this chapter is officially closed. That sparked a little bit in our brains too. Then we started talking about how each member was going to be doing their own solo moments. That is a very indicative of groups that are going through the enlistment process, where some go and then some don't. So that was another sign too, where it was like, they're gearing up for something here. And then this big, huge free concert they did here with all their greatest hits as well, talking about retiring some songs, etc., etc. It's like, oh, what does that mean? Even Jin at the concert announcing his single. I was like, dang, in the back of my head, I'm like, all right, so that gives us a little bit more time with Jin, like Jin. Maybe that's why he came to LA to film. But then the note here says he's going after his solo release is concluded at the end of October. And that's like 2 weeks away. It's kind of hard to grasp. But what I'm basically trying to say here is that all of these little signs, I think BTS and HYBE were kind of letting us know that it was going to happen, and we needed to mentally prepare. And that's what I've been doing with all of my friends here on Discord, to all the amazing army that I talked to, just mentally preparing, because we knew this was going to be a thing, and we were kind of actually tired of waiting. We just wanted the answer versus not knowing what was coming next. The note here continues, with the release of their first anthology album earlier this year, it opened the path to allow the members to take some time to explore individual projects. projects. As part of the Hype family, we support and encourage our artists, and are beyond proud they will each now have time to explore their unique interests and do their duty by being of service to the country they call home. Yet to come, the most beautiful moment is more than a track from their latest album. It is a promise. There's so much more yet to come in the years ahead from BTS. Thank you. Yeah. So that is a statement there. I think that with their Hobie, Jack in the Box promo and everything too, it was giving us a little glimpse of how seriously the boys are taking these solo works. We got to see a whole new side of Hobie, and I think that specifically was done. My guess, my hypothesis here is that it happened with Hobie because we knew we were going to see such a 180 with Hobie and we were going to see such a different side of him that it was going to feel like a new era even if it was just Hobie there. You know what I mean by that? And Hobie was saying at the concert too, he missed all the boys, and you could see it in their eyes, you know, that they're saying this isn't the last time, we're coming back, and it's kind of just asking ARMY to please stick around and wait and deal with the inevitable of them going. But I just want to talk about how it's going to be rough. You know, it's going to be a rough next couple of years because we're almost done with 2023. They're saying about 2025 and a 21-month enlistment each. No telling how they're going to stagger it. It's sad, but I do know that BTS and Hype have some stuff planned. I know that they have their individual member concepts, and I know that they have a bunch of pre-recorded stuff. They have to. When the boys were performing at this concert in Busan, they were giving every single breath to these performances, to this choreography, to this show, and that was another sign that was pretty indicative of this may be a long time before we get to do this again as a group. And while that was lingering in the back of my head, the choreography and everything completely crushed all of that, and that was the last thing I was thinking about. But you gotta stop and think about it. These boys have been doing this for 10 years. 10 years, and this is something they've been having to plan for this entire time, and I know that it's been such a struggle with the exemption and everything, but I think at the end of the day, this was the best case scenario for all of us. I think that the boys are going to be honored to serve. I think that we're going to get some amazing stuff in the meantime, during all this time, and I just want to confirm with you all too that I'm not going anywhere, obviously. I still have so much more BTS run to go over and other shows and tons of BTS to explore, and they'll keep it coming. Keep us coming back for more. So that's something that I'll always do, is trust BTS when they say trust us. And when they were talking to the concert too, Namjoon being like, ARMY, you know, we don't have to say anything. Y'all already know. That was another moment where I was like, yeah, that one. But the boys did it right, I think. They looked so happy when they were performing. They looked so happy the last couple places that we've seen them, and I think that it's because the decision had been made, everything's been planned out, and that little bit of stress has maybe been over for them. Now the stress of coming out and actually doing it will take over, but it's not as stressful as, I guess, them knowing that ARMY were waiting for the answer. I think that that was something that was in their brain too that was really, really disheartening, is knowing that ARMY's over here worrying. But at the end of the day, I think that I have been seeing ARMY taking this pretty well. I think we all have mentally prepared. I maybe shed like one little tear this morning. It wasn't anything too dramatic, but it was like the first thing I saw when I woke up. So half asleep, I was like, oh, shit. You know, but I think that all ARMY need to take this moment to think back on the whole career of BTS and how much they've done already and how much they still have to do in the future. They said at the concert 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. Yoongi said he wanted to grow old with me on a rocking chair porch with a picket fence, okay? Maybe not those specific words, but he did say something like that. And above all, these men love music. Music is their number one passion, so that's something that's never going to be erased from them. I'm just hoping that their legacy can continue, they can continue to grow, and to continue to be the most amazing group that's out there. I'll say it and I'll say it again. There's nobody like BTS rocking the stages today. Sorry, there are so many other groups that are doing their thing, but something about BTS just makes them stand out amongst the rest. They're so relatable. They're so down to earth. They work so hard and fought through so many roadblocks along the way. People were saying they couldn't do it. Started with a smaller agency. Cockroaches and ghosts, you know, at the end of the day, and they worked through all of that to be where they are now. And I think this time will be a good time for them to reflect on their entire career, come back powered up and ready to go. Though I'm very sad we're not going to be getting some OT7 stuff possibly for maybe 2 years. It's hard to think. It's hard to sit on. It's hard to comprehend. And that's where it really starts hitting. You know, it's like I'm so glad that we're getting all the individual works and everything, but that Busan concert was such a fucking way to go out, man. It was such a way to just, and they had to announce it on Monday morning too. All in all, I think it's most important for ARMY to stay headstrong strong. Keep supporting the boys. Don't listen to news and media and things of that nature. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about. The only people that really do is BTS, Hybe, and ARMY. Okay? Keep that in mind. And don't feel bad for crying. Don't feel bad for getting emotional. Don't feel bad for expressing exactly how this makes you feel, because holding in those emotions is not going to make it any better. I think that I have already mentally contemplated this for so long that it just did not hit me. Like, granted, this morning I went to get breakfast and I went to go try to take a bite of it and I actually couldn't eat. I was very queasy and I was like, is this because of the news I just found out? And I think so, because I'm still not even hungry. And like, I think it's hitting me in different ways today than I thought it would be. But fuck, I haven't gone online yet. I don't even want to talk to people right now. I'm like, oh, because that just makes it truly real. Not that the notification didn't, but the thought of it is truly setting in and it's becoming a reality. And this is a reality we expected for a long time. So it's okay. It's okay. Keep your head up, Army. I love you. I just wanted to say that I will still be here supporting the boys through it all. Y'all know that, okay? If you know my channel, you know that. We will continue exploring other groups while the boys are not making music together, because at the end of the day, my channel has always been a music channel. My favorite thing is lyrics, choreography, dance, anything like that too. So yes, I will be continuing with other groups as well, but I just want people to know the legacy of BTS is what started this channel in the direction that it is. It will never leave the channel, so keep that in mind. Luckily, we still have the roadmap. If anybody does not remember, btsroadmap.com, a collection of all BTS videos, music, TV show appearances, performances, DVDs, lives, etc. Everything here created by myself and Emily, an amazing person that's been working with me for years now at this point. Taught me everything I know. So if you do need a little BTS fix, that will always be there for you. And we're going to be getting some more stuff. So this is now rooting for Jin, excited for Jin's new single, and wondering what that's going to be like. I'm excited. I hope that you all are for that too. And like I said, it's okay to be sad. I had my little cry this morning. I'm not going to do it on camera again, because last time I cried on camera when BTS said something, they put me on the French news. Okay, so not again. Not again. But I love y'all so much, and I just wanted y'all to know I appreciate all your support, and I wanted to be here for you. If you need a place to talk, if you need a place to let out your emotions, you can do that here in the comments, and we can get through this together. Army. That's why they call us Army, bitch. We're strong, okay? We can defeat any problem in front of us. I love you all so much. I hope you have an amazing day. Keep your head up, and I'll be back soon. Till then, bye. Would love to know them by name. So,